Alright, everybody, Sam here, and today we are tackling uh, Intro to Philosophy, Discussion 7, Knowledge, Part 1. And we will be approaching prompt number 1, because this one I just find interesting, because my personal experience is relatively interesting. How do I put this? So, the question being prompted is, have you ever had vivid dreams or other illusionary experiences that felt real? How did you know you had come to reality when you woke up? Try to be specific. Could you come up with yet another state where you experience even more whatever tells you this is real, more clear, vivid, or whatever? In other words, could you wake up from this and decide this was a dream? Briefly explain. Alright, so it's kind of a loaded prompt. Alright, so just tackling this first part of the question. I have had very vivid dreams. So, while I was deployed to Iraq, we had to take these malaria pills, and they would cause fever dreams in people. And let's see here, to give a more specific answer, about 4 months into my deployment, I had taken my malaria pill, drank my water, I'd eaten good that night, and I went to bed. And I dreamt about, home and eating good food and talking to my wife, but for some reason she was in uniform, but the whole experience was very lucid, very vivid. Alright, I had no clue I was dreaming. And when I woke up, I was in my motor pool, holding my weapon, and just kind of standing there. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. I had made my way there, and a motor pool is a place where the mechanics work on military trucks, to define that real quick. And how I knew I was back in reality is I could suddenly feel weather. I could feel the sand. I could remember my purpose. I could remember the yesterday just being there. But during the dream, I couldn't. I couldn't remember being in Iraq while I was in the dream, even though the dream was very, very vivid, very realistic to me. I know other soldiers have also had some pretty vivid experience on these same malaria pills, so there seems to be a correlation. But yeah, so that is definitely one experience I've had with that. Try to be specific, I think I was. Could you come up with yet another state where you experience even more of whatever tells you this is real, more clear, vivid, or whatever? I am not going to lie. In combat, you experience a lot of reality very fast. Things start to become very real to you if you ever have doubts. I actually don't want to get too specific, because these are some hard topics to talk about for me, and some vivid topics for the uninformed. So, for the most part, I'll say neutral there. I'll just say that combat is a very, very real experience. Even when you enter a dissociative state during combat, there's no getting out of the reality of it all. So, I will go ahead and conclude this video. I did like the question. It did allow me to go places. It did challenge me to kind of explain some of the hardships soldiers had to deal with in a way that was kind of detached, a little funny to me. It's kind of a funny story to me. It was was my only one that was really like that bad. So yeah. All right. I'll start on the next prompt here in a minute.